or the Nintaman Kasakata Yado, or Yene if you go able to Nkran, Jana Yinkan.
Amen, amen. Juan am the Jana Yinkan on them the pa. Aluta continua.
Victoria Asset. Yes, I know my kai. Bongo di Farah. Bongo.
Dog, Bajo matching. Now, what to say?
And I Kessie, the cardinal and the only cardinal on radio.
Correct one.
Medio so. Nyamia dom. Mina nanu se srewe nya. Yatim kwa mwine wadi na anti opediampo ene yedana seke.
Professor Mazapo.
The cardinal.
Matching.
Mejo so mini abema.
Now, what to say?
Eradia dom ne mumpa boy ho ye. Na yede ncha kese nso free asante memu. Free menshia fi kesiem. Baby bia obia eti free bia no. Yede ncha kese ema obi bia. Kumasi Technical University ho ye. Yede ye vice chancellor ye power no before the year ended this year kunya so cra. Inti anopei mede ncha kese ema the freshest vice chancellor in Ghana and in the whole of sub-Saharan Africa. University BNE vice chancellor in recent times. The very good Professor Gabriel Jumo. We wish you well in your tenure. Eradin Shrau non count ho. The man yabe bia fam puntu kese emre the best technical university in Ghana, Kumasi Technical University. Nana amedasi.
So medasi pa nyame insha. The people's servant. Me uncle. Say already. I want them to my reservoir my boss. And I go back to my window from Kakre. I want the machine reservoir my boss.
Ebulet no.
Ebulet need the kahuni.
O can ye.
The majahona my boss.
No them nine.
The people's servant. Number what to say?
Aduma and the prayer.
And the new breakers you.
What's your dad?
I can support a person and they are being not making you.
Free and then friend Mabunabo.
Oh, I know. And my boy about 3 minutes in Yasago. Nana, I do.
Last week, most of Bonnie into Wapoto and Mabudokon. Until you wait out. But now,
yes, uncle.
Me old school. Kodogono secondary school.
No new school.
Old school. Me new school be old school. More old school. Old school.
This is our fisherman school.
Yeah. And just fisherman schools you can see one Ukomo.
The man.
Yeah. Oh, Professor must see very big at the na mja mfrafui na why swimming pool kakra o ya di amazing mboza mbozo Odogono secondary school in the over Odogono senior high school celebrate Founders Day 84th Founders Day ayoda Miminda, yeah.
Yo, Dutch or China.
In your China.
But not Tanta, why?
Obey. Nanjan,
2 more in an aquam punch and I tried to my mother.
Better late than
obey. A won't be also qua. But that time. In the most Bobo, we be Saturday. Yeah. Speech and prize giving day. Special guest speaker. Only His Excellency the Vice President Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia.
Wow.
The matrix of Ghana politics. The star of the North. Oh no!
See, the special thing about this man, the undiscriminated. The Caribbean, I don't jump fancy film or another than Joko. Who school go for, but
how come Mugo go to
every school? Is Professor Akusa still your board chairman?
I really don't know, but
Now you're student.
No.
Professor
College.
Professor Mati.
No.
Ma me met kwa mo one professors.
No. What's your no. You're too aggressive. No.
I withdraw aggression.
One of our famous professors. One was your former JU predecessor. Oh yeah, Professor Nino and Professor Mati, former moderator for president. Hey, oh God, let's get this. Until Saturday, His Excellency the Vice President, the next President of Ghana, the matrix of Ghana politics, the Star of the North,
the man of today and tomorrow.
Orisha or Awoshi. Until Anyemeni to Usa, Mingbanye Vai. Hone benye nunoni ba no nya wo fe wo bo wo yi ni wo ba
tutu
na
papa
on ze ba bi odify minister
ena me so tutu
obojini do
so ono anso na tena na o ka se na onimbre
o uncle fari nyina
anyway doc
na mencha she
eno cha alwe ya se ane we ya se yes
o police fu na ba se bibiara
oppose
Dr. Kabila
the cardinal
Pacho Black Stars match no ohwebi
ma hwebi itie commentary
utie commentary
ai
de o mo ani se ya ba fie esi ade nyame adom ya frim official
de nyame na adoma
ya frim kuma TSC ade
ye tie enra una mudi nkomo mitie mu kakra me the message by na me nua pani na na akomia oni me di achimie anka kwesi ene me ya adwen wo so kra na me na woni ai na na akomia
enye se na me baby me gina ho
ai woni na akomia na enne nyame adom coach na nkasa ama yahunu se de na ye ka no sa netie na na okese obi a wadi soccer chi
obi a ne da wense won on tas intine na ye ka no na wo ka de
nera me kan nyina ne se de akosi wo
na agatwi
eyo bravo
nde wa benima soccer is either won or lost from the bench ubia wa di soccer management echi pen ya me adom me so isua kakra under the leadership of Herbert Mensah both in Kokrokoo and King Faisal. Technical bench, you know, is crucial. Now, what is ultimately the SC and every GFA as you I'm going to say GFA for no, Adeba kuna akawomo. They should dissolve themselves. Ultimately, if we say coach na tum say the akosu nyina no waje ade so ano ne kwan so ano saa so na nkunim ba ya enka ho na ebebo na baso kese ye wo mfomso bi no ho no a ekoso wo field so a ye kan say ye pardonable ye timi de che mfomso bi so ho no a enye pardonable ni nyina nkan fu ano pardonable offenses no ye betimi de asobona bo player na oyeye no unpardonable ones ne de eya na ye de bo nipa wo de ko a player ne battlefield no so in the first place the entire make us are ni say na na yakase ye wo pool of players wo my Ghana mu meboa coach ejitum say ono and selected 23 and 24 27 ona Ghana do players e wonyina why ball wa manone why ball wo fia e na wuyi mu aduonu nson enti wo try say wo selection criteria a wo dey ye no e twen sa aduonu nson no who is counting cannot be absolved of the performance of the counted. And then the principle medical in a political discussion say the electorate cannot be innocent of the performance or misperformance of the elected. That's my principle, and I bring that into soccer. GFA, how have they managed or mismanaged your soccer in general? Mohamed Jetum say, "Mu yi coach Nedi, mu dissolve team now. You must dissolve yourself." That's the next step we should call for. Mu dissolve money nya nkrofo sabi. Woman nyine enen kwa ni onyam. Woman nyine enen kwa de pe. Woman dwene Ghana ye da achi ni yen kanko. Said the ne yetimi ka bodin say mfu mu breso. CK Janfi mu apenso. Ohini jan mu apenso. Yebo ministers din, yebo presidents din. Yebo technical bench din, yebo players din. One more be dwene ahwe nkan. Dwehwe kan. Eno na ehu ya sesi ayi. Na your coast teams send a city here. Premier team send a city here. Infrastructure ideas and you send a city here. Accountability, transparency, send a city here. Sani man yinan kanfuano. Ultimately, it rests with the FA and of course the ministry responsible for this. And to him say chain of command, no. Why you cry now? Who stretch it? At the accord presidency, the kind of appointments that were made, and it said the SC Akopiem Abba said, yes, I know. Nana, there were early warning signals that we ignored. Certain way, any performance, AFCON. Make I baby or say never expect anything and you will never be disappointed. Of course, you know your expectations. But now me near Reshemu say team way are near the corner. Get now, me show my confidence level cry with him. Of my confidence level. When they come, which year one more, the best me more player be a D. But even what we thought say, the best in the team, no, me show one more. No, my confidence level will low. Technical team, come on, changes. Coach Gina, touchline. No, or Kasache players are who instructions or they ma. Anyhow, the instructions can turn the playing on the field, around. Yeah, Munisa. The another me the best song GFA answer. Say, Ora, catch Kokrokoo and then. Miss Rao, one also say. Coach Uncle Gina home and dismissing her. Dissolve your team. FA, you are a disappointment, and we can't continue with you as a country. Mwankasano, and the more you an indictment on your own leadership. Mwankasa, more passive verdict on yourself. Say you cannot continue to handle football administration in our country. Exit. Munko na yenya nipa foforo emma wo mo meye de mbetumi aye no mo aye ye hu enso yani enti yesremo de mo akopem no eye learn to bow out na mo pie mu a ifi se bia nsakere foforo bi ebeba de meka fa no ho no cardinal ma ho de na gina EC chairperson
Oni Mamonte sports
easy chairperson one bon netball
Mamonte sports andale
na ni ye fi dem mami no one bon netball or go school
easy
na agasi
angalo
and be mami ncha Dr. James Atulinsi na ne na ma Abrefilinsi Enyima, the hero of the day in Ghana, only countryman Songo. Mumfan dada bra. Nasemo gain Sir Wamba for sports comments ane adia wo aduma moswar. Nisemo Kenya pepe newa Sir Evisafi Anka no sodi was a bantama. In Jawade Yezima, Cat Kokrokoo, no coffin there, Ubia Suede.
Homber pain bow.
Homer baby boo, sir.
Adam money, I bought some. Hey, it took minty. me innocent
nje na waso
aloje ituminti baba ni trinka onyi mo hwe itum
also a video that down
what do you mean
the video that nje
what do you mean
was nje butuma
granted that this was even done 100 years ago
na nji gojo wan krapa
that this was
answer the same
na me say granted that was even done 100 years ago
I'm not bad
I mean mama jwa in there damu so
petum you get 2 minutes pen na abobo no problem charge me was say ewu
nti wasu insane problem
abobo bro wo ba panyin na awu na ni trinkan na nka so afrom oman
na me ka zo ni time
oman
waji me da mafo
oman habodo acho ba yo de etimu kakra ka fa ba nti etimu kakra oman habodo be me yedi de nyamina dum ma amaya wotwen wahia wonyina kwa akokokum wesisi so nyankopon no do eso oman ma ba pende inde tuma amuru hwenti mo do oman ka sha da mani ase momba nwu wotuminti a lot so there
nti ami GF fun was of on the ESCO BBB
executive committee
members. There has always been that complaints there. One GFA fun will influence coaches to field certain players because while be business in the or there if field them player and any foreign team be or better autonomous and they be or to them. But sir nukwerum Blasters wayazi wanyazi na ninya in there one character on the field looks like each one for himself go for us all. They weren't playing as a team. Amini ora abidi peleswa njemaka chaman dem on board Blaster bio because baby amiji ya mo hwe matching amanfuzi there na ya she bi nso awe there na wazi Andre Ayu wanyina ba I wanyina be wo ba be hyen ambazo nana yaw say no training semo so ohuru odini say na anybody nyare ohuru penalty aba ne brother so no share 2 goals or 2 penalties Osha 2 penalties in we ne brothers oboko say another at the penalty. Ne Ghana for one words are powerful. My advice to Ghanaians in politics, in sports, in religion. Words are very, very powerful. I always say there, on mine, say abonsam oju on mine odisinuba. Enywa, the eye becomes blind, the ear becomes deaf, the tongue becomes dumb.
As in then,
Chede, bibi abekebian, obi ayinte yo. At the papa ribat there, Mahmoud Bawumi Oribeya, hey, hey, there, whether it's a curse, in a curse in what transcend about. Them Blaster. There, everybody is wishing that Blaster will lose elections. There are half of people.
Blackstars among contested elections. So.
Look, I'm telling you that. Look, I guess you were so many social media, and you know what is posted on these social media, Facebook and others. There, half of some people in this country, or their Blaster lose. Na wobobo ne wogobo 22 na hwe ibinum wo jubilate if you wo wi was the buffer abampo hu nti no mo gede se oman se sunsun boni bi oji oman tan bo a enwefra aso susu anu techrema ontum nkasa nti the righteous ones won't pa wo afutu po ediboma the young for them going to embe nemo obi a wewu enwa nana ya obi a wewu wa so obejian Ghana no come praise the Lord ebun da bin odoro hallelujah dem na exist Ghana ya yo dem na exist Ghana ya ye obi a seeking interest yes because or a survivor you have to seek your interest but interest at the expense of the nation is also another matter. See, the OC Mejizi there, we should have a sober reflection on how we select our players, how we select a coach. Because Senegal, in the Cameroon, we're too much there. Even Mozambique, one coach in we be say Mozambique, one coach in Guapo is a national. Now so we to coach one for the first time. We to watch a team. Until all is not lost.
Talking of coach, there's an agenda going around say Omokofa friend saying Gambia for coach na and now so I resign. And from Babia friends of GF no I no mom pusi near mama on who so mo e pusi side and around say Tom Saintfield ono ni obi a Belgian trainer.
No.
Ono na omo person omo kokofa no. Jerry for azam na ka bi na
enyima FIFA
yeah
FIFA achim football world and then football countries once because there's a law you cannot dissolve the GFE until
that notwithstanding when our president sent a delegation led by that time he was deputy attorney general the current attorney general to FIFA they succeeded in getting FIFA to accept that the state had a stake in the management of football in Ghana.
Because more in there was just tax.
Yes.
What did you no?
The man's in Onya absolute. They FIFA bet to tie states in Sa. They young to mun be amfa a offend.
But is it FIFA so
administration? No.
FIFA so one by. I like this by Infantino. This guy is doing so well. He's changing the whole football industry. Until Nana Yao. I mean, they be able to
say, "In boss no nti."
What will Wabuji? Kwame Wabuji.
Announcer.
No. On you Kokubaku were left to do so right. February no winya we sana. Nana yao. Ajo will be in the engine of Mamagano. Manka on any issue. Mr. Dam Ajaguraja or say Aladura for one crossy, one sordin. Or they yet come GFA Funya, I swear by my firstborn, my influence coaching the on the show and Adam. Lastly, and I hear me say on the bomb pie, yet the man national team now. Nana Yao, a chief mass server in Ghana. Catholic Church.
Menya myself, I'm a catechist.
Oh, a catechist is
that I have been a catechist for over 20 years.
Me no, Jordan, Jay myself.
Pachamanya myself at that.
I mean, no, Muko, the Matters of Uganda Church.
Name me banner myself.
Deo, Muko Matters of Uganda Church. Ne shasi wo kolegono.
Uko Matters.
Muko Matters. Oh,
ne Matthias here. Sadia na mode his grace Charles give pa back unim hu bi
papa me ye massive anje me you communion here yeah me there look there's something that was so mysterious in the last minute of the game the goalkeeper here me just da me mathematics goalkeeper ball go over. Yeah, ball go over. There was no opposing player. Why players in the beam beno? Ball no go over the man on the so ball now go over. This is serious.
Okay, corner
on the corner, yeah, pine wash him. Ma so ma was a prophet Ojabisu weji kunyim there. Ada okakan wo kudusu huna Ghana for shisha na obo o Ghana qualify. Ghana. Why ye piso yense nyankopon. Yi nyina kwamna. Enyim be ya adwin there. Yi nyina na wie yi wo November 7 to December 7 to say yetu ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia enyama basesa na Ghana fa ni tempa wefra asama wo
Prof.
Yes sir, the cardinal the cardinal
Papa
me ya say Ghana ye koyanim ewo sports infrastructure ho so ho na enso no resource ade bia yenya no en confirm ene mpuntu aye 2 year koyanim en complement the successes we are doing in the sports ade na no na sports team yes sports na nkomobomu a chairman general edetum utie nsemu a penifo ne kafa sports development ekoso infrastructure development ekoso ho a na nke sebe yetimenya enough players are omuye different from niayehuin because unfortunately emra ye develop your internal sports system no na em se Ghana for yina ya adwene wo wonu mu bo abrochire so division 2 for kra ye more considered because of bo abrochire sin Ghana high premiership players e bi ni ade enti yensesa ya adwene why are we developing our internal sports infrastructure if ya adwene se still no abrofo no na ba ko fo mo ba dia se na ze ne ye wa hefa so bi ani so ahu me de o makwa ba ye de nyame ase nyame adom mze amanfo o mu ye interested in sikasem na ye calculations ne de aba emie o se nka nyame amfa fie ena nko mu wi ni ya anka sika efri Ghana foto mu di akọ ni ade say pinso ni a wi ni group no Cape Verde eje $5,000 na wa wunya 3 points ebianka ade to so number 2 and 4 points de to so number 2 na nka wo ba beji 30,000 per player. Oh, we are even not being fair to the concept of football. Yeah, the Wiscana Chani Yeche. South Africa president say Moko Sikan Munim near Daso Dada winning Adi. Ministry de Mamo. Moko Namu winning Amunche Scaninfa. Yeah, the idea say be winning see winning. Budget no crano, Minions and Anciana, Muhammad Aroma. We pay ya who says our content will move crano.
Almost just Omokoba.
You see. But how come then you were able to discover say 30,000 was going to be given to each player for qualifying? Now say we are just you currently 1 year to go. So when the media yakwaba but going forward near the kind coach ni dear mene no kra nka me ntwema ye mpamo me anka me amepame me ho because it's not enough to accept the mistake. Okay, we accept here so to me giant move before because when you have a lot of chance we take you over from Otuado crowd hono now you're the technical advisor, so it means you were part of the team. 50 time on no abeso obo ni mu abesine but who say or your coach bia onsia lessons from each game obo enti consistently or committed the same mistake.
No, your coach for
Brighton.
Now, or committed the same mistake. 3 characteristics of coach if anything, miracle reference in Chris Hilton. Ni game plan pa adibakwa ya nyama miensa you very certain about. Number 1. Ni players etimi ekipi concentration up to 70th minute. Between 70th to 80th minutes, no, they begin to lose concentration. And trust me, Nanayao, from 80 to 90th minutes, it is a team just standing on the field. Concentration, concentration, the team loses it. Unfortunately, the creation of the coach. Coach, never making sure say from 70th minutes to 90th minutes, obey players who are hungry for win, no, Ephraim. The players who are not hungry for win, abem. Consistent.
We can't say me and blame.
Kabila, you are mistaken. My point I'm making is say, coach, you know, Obaya wa amwana ho, and Obian will bet me aka say the cause of Black Stars is here. Coach, you know, any a part of the blame to take. In fact, he is a
part. Yes.
But the me can say, so we a professional footballer. What ball edru sa level we. Now goalkeeper, for instance, I did a goalkeeper ye. Ujina ho ball o kokona. Obian
so mao.
Tamu so aswanwie. Now would the Ricardo on wako cabo ne abeji ball we abe in corner. Na abesha. You want me to blame the coach for this?
Yeah, Nanaya, you are right on that. But with the first thing I've observed, because he must accept responsibility, he has accepted responsibility. Oko ne nimu so beko so coachi. Me the Ghana dem say jama oko yi minim so be san ba bi odia. But one thing I so who say football is played in 90 minutes and extra time. Kakra de beka. Na say utimi ye coach a lead the team. Our team no concentration as soon 70th minutes. Omu transited from concentration 10 minutes, and by the 80th to the time the referee be born we say upon, trust me, the team loses. Obi a matches ni nyina bibia can attest to this. E ho na mistakes are papa no. Black Staff we she da ye de she nyame anu nyam. Mistakes say nie nu dwene ho anti ase from player to player. E ho na omu ye. Until the first a year me, the second observation amayafa coach no say ni team no say ni team no di kan sha. The best we do is to go home with a draw. Na say team foforo ehye in dia, trust me, we go home with a loss. What a team. What a team. What a coach. What a team led by a coach. Consistent. Oni team pa se bia mache ashe ewini. The third one America there I say coach no the substitution and informed, and the players that he plays on the field and informed by football
science and data
football data
and informed and
analysis.
Me were players be as anko beko so coach here anka ne be informing the substitution minim ni formula obo no nana ya em say obo it's an American concentration up to 70th minutes into no ne dey say obema team no aye team on the field but ye be we are no dissolve team no. Other people have philosophies. Ebi mo also hono mo a omo hye team no from beginning 90 ye be we are no ma ho ode aba. Some teams play better in the second half than in the first half. That's what I'm saying. Only team no plays worse in the second half. Enti ni ansa ko be ko so akochi dia anka players anka messages ti amani ni. Omo maka ni nyina nyese bia se bi omo nso mo manga no maso manga na me are you for no crowd am in time komasem on your station how on your platform kesi so maka say mema yen criticize you so much because sabi when they were they did their best. You see they are not they. Mona mo force ya di o ma bem to say they are they o. The Andrea you we knew. Nana ya sebe kind of cry is not the same Andrea. Obrani eboku enimu ye there you can't cheat nature. It gets to your point. Is it a record to be the most fouled player? Is it a record? Truly in this tournaments and Kiyako and Kayampeni and Pass and Jordan would also have received that UBMO. He was the most fouled player as at the time we were leaving the what a record. It's really a fair non to Jamin Comas and Muma Yibia or Mangana. Baby, I'm holding the best would be a Sabi. So Mukranka so moon retire. Selection no minim se Mokosa selectio mo se mon selectio had no problem. They have done their best for the Republic. But Mokosa selectio that's their problem. But team next Black Star team, players that have gained qualification through constant dedication, more serious than all the other players that we sent to AFCON way. So far, Miniki Pebia was army players 9 way. But Joseph Pencil, baby Owobiano, why are there? We're professor or a serious player hungry for goal. Chris. Our strategy is
first penalty.
Uncle, I now formula there as a coach. Now formula ne say about do 70th minutes it could be obey serious players and frame serious players aba. Apply your principle. Was say Pencil was fatigued. Now I break. What is our interview? Pencil catch straight to the journalist and interview say one can't be as well no oh, ball game plan. Obey serious people. Referee the on serious about. Go ahead. Don't blame the player. Say the player said he was fatigued, and I said Pencil was not fatigued, and he said that. The pass Utimi cat side nature journalists and I'm a pacho. Man can't you be asking a so Pencil one no bonafin coach. You played your own formula. You usually take out serious players when it's getting to 20. What are you? Why didn't he? Pencil, why are there? Ashmeru Majid, why are there? Semenyon Antoine, why are there? Unfortunately, all the serious players will definitely be taken out for unserious players to come. And Naima, Edu baby, near you, my free mobile and so. You free moi, you could do free me, Antoine free, you will free moi. Not team non sabe that who players, and so because the threat that would have kept them at their half, where you need enough, all of them will come to your half. And you can trust our defenders to also commit the very interesting mistakes that you they umbe oh Masaji Sebiana new Black Star. So kudos Jiku now who's our back pass here second match? Are we serious nana
and no make us na Dr. Kabila menti enya adwen say coach no enema ye nyina akeka wa ha bia apt about him who system obo players no nim de nti o frɛ wo mo who do catch them so monko ye park na so me come more advocate secretary in them but I am not me ferry say me can say coach no buy no wa mo but me can say hwe sa ball no a first one no a ekokoche no boy hwan Inaki Williams then ye do a akwa no the second book the be Bukari Osman Bukari okay who Bukari ye do aba say William no boss 7 why say blanda we brabe gino ye wo de oba ya wo de nkwa de
the west cry
never reach the for ade we me say sa individual errors we there me o blame coach na me nti ase
danaya unim ne baby afri ne say wo players na e man crofo no ani ko machi a de bi o mbegina o machi ho ahwe say Antoine mfa ne ne mamro mo so Pencil mfa ne nsem mro mo so Kudus mfa na ade ne mro mo so no coach takes them out immediately. The coach takes them out. The people now feel like, oh, you has say you're free. Now who take his uncle out today? Andre Ayew, Sebi at his age, at his strength. One man topper. What you are telling them is that they should put pressure on your defense.
But prof, me can say player, yeah, basic football, safety first.
Yes.
Yes, in football, no, safety. Won't mean control, but won't mean baby. Now professional player won't mean the ball at center line. About go
Meda Odoya Baso, Nebo Odoya Baso, Jikua Baso, Amate and Timmy Amma, but the next collapse of one
last one.
No, make a Thomas Patena maker. Amate dear Woho, me born a bass, me do on my list. On the said, they are not watching Enna Ernest Nuyama. In fact, these 9 players should say, Omuye hungry for a win. And every team that calls them Biano, so that team Nibenya results. Omo Makani be no more brebre. Omo Makani, in fact, my overall West player. Meaning baby Ofria, baby Amokofa and Anaya, modern Coca team. No,
Patramenka.
Yeah, sir, I can knock the off your boss.
Kokrokoo was your friend where you call his dad.
Now, the worst ever player included in the Black Stars. If you say many fee, I'm sure Senegal 92, Philly. Previous ones and I mean kind of me kaya besi ne. Me who ne so player da. Semuko fani free una na yaw. You are part of the sports.
Or a system player.
Oh na yaw.
Or a system player. Now, answer the mako Uncle Guam now so no. Uncle Guam now. Tell one I tell you. All hail the 4 coaches in the studio this morning. Good morning, Ghana. My love to them. Guess. Wow, go.
Then also play football.
We're a proud red devil.
So, as the coach on the outside, over the commentary from Bra.
Over the commentary.
What does he also think about his shooting in the team?
Team is a also arguing. I'm Pacho.
Yo, I will disappoint Koku. I will not be part of his
his gang of 4.
His coaching squad.
Okay. And the pain and I'm sure. wait here for pim can man to move. I mean, share and my bow, my hen, and a chidom hen, or man, Nehema, Michecha, one to pay. Now, went to me, chair. Me, man paying, and everything. Na manzanso nchia kwaku de sama ba na menchara na ochere da madan na ochere ma adwene fi mitirim nzi oya meda so ana pe na ngase wezi nkan de tax aba ye per
ban alas
ye per da kwaku ye bo hu yim nzi ehije sam the ana pe the tax aba na mincho na minchia na obede peyin so kwa me be mota obiara ana pe ye cho. Nana, I will not be trapped into this biannual cyclic right or I will not be trapped into it. I won't dignify. I am telling you. Nana?
Uncle?
Yes.
Okay.
There. GFA has a notion of Ghanaians. Their notion of Ghanaians is that, oh, 1 week, 2 weeks. Then they keep on doing their own thing. That's the notion they have of us. That's the notion, GFA. Now, 2 years ago,
Comoros.
Yes. You say you are in charge of our football. You. That's what you tell us. That you are in charge of our football. And 2 years after, it's even a bigger disaster. I cannot see. There was a DC and Yade. Into when you feel. I cannot also understand what's a member of parliament one whom wasn't more to Abam Farmer. Nina, it is our way, our various ways of building and growing Ghana. Ubia one portion more yet. Then a true or false.
More than 100% correct.
Ubia one is already. There was a minister, Nedman saying. So man paying Nedman saying, and now they are buying Nedman saying. That is what you. Musumaja to me there, Musumaya was a war man in. Now, along the line, the last main ho, all you do is continue to disappoint the good people of this country. Mamuya in there. Yo, papa.
That leads to death.
Yo, pa, you put the good people of this country through this pain.
Uncle, just a chipo, 2 major tournaments. Ghana is yet to win a single match. 2 major tournaments.
Now what me you coach Eddie? Now what you? What are you talking?
And then we are as usual and as normal of us.
Oh.
And when Bache, and the moon news. Na money Ghana for kasa what the penny na Ghana for the, and that's what I'm saying, that is what they are saying of us. I am with the Ghana for the anymore. He work 1 week, 2 weeks, wait. Then they are back to their old ways. There won't be, look, I'm telling you. I said one fan cham there be a moon the matric and another maybe. But otherwise
where with you?
Otherwise, a body that has that responsibility. Then you man yes you in Chamamba out of maybe 6, 7, 8 assignment. Maybe I associate by 4, 5, 1 and 2 be a fail. But consistently. And you carry yourself about. You carry yourself about there. You have GFA, president, you do all of that.
2 major tournaments, a possible 18 points, yenya 4. I'm going to say, just a second.
Mister, I won't dignify.
Just a second.
Because that is the notion they have of us. I mean, I won't be part of that.
This is a point to buttress what you are saying. Just a minute. Good morning, the Cardinal. Scapegoating means a person who is blamed for the wrongdoings, mistakes, or faults of others, especially for reasons of expediency. Again, in Leviticus chapter 16, a scapegoat is sent into the wilderness after the Jewish chief priest had symbolically laid the sins of the people upon it. Therefore, the decision of the GFA to sack Reshutin is a pure act of scapegoating.
Exactly.
The actual sinners are Ket, E.S. Kokrokoo, and his GFA are science. As such, whoever has the power to sack Ket Kokrokoo and dissolve the GFA must do so without delay, so that FIFA can ban us to develop our football. As simple as that.
I agree with this person.
Justice Abeku Newton of Fair.
No, I agree with this person. I agree with him.
Sasa Dibiabe count us in there. Let's dissolve the GFA and let FIFA sanction us.
Simple.
Ghana football crowd needs about 2 to 3 years to live, to allow time to reorganize the game.
I agree with him.
Yeah,
Now, not to the extent that when it got to even re-election, what is a mafia? Mafia,
Kagame did it.
you did not permit others even to put themselves up.
Not just others, so somebody or no, why a GFA vice president that? This Kokrokoo administration managed to say unqualified or contest
GFA must go.
How? Nana,
GFA must go. GFA must go.
Them baby makan.
GFA must go.
When you on mine, Nana, Messi, in the when was the last match? Is it yesterday?
3 days ago.
3 days. I sat by my television and I was sobbing deep.
Oh, yo.
Deep, pardon. Hey.
Bones what born late in the night.
There. A body that we know to be managing our football. They can continue to put this country through such pain.
But dissolution of GFA, wrong-headed.
I disagree.
I disagree. Kweku, you may just sum it up with this test message, whether wrong-headed or not. Kweku, your point is one that I, Kwame Duncan, today, tomorrow, I will not take it.
Simple. We move on. And
Uncle, me fi get goes mumba munda brain JB Kitabiba Baba Ojina Airport Junction also original GFA for
anyway, by consensus, round 2, no, me share with Honorable Kwame Duncan.
Yeah, exactly.
Last week, it is a surprise.
Nana, I said the pain beyond Sadina. Your preliminary comment and Sana.
Prelims, that is the prelims.
Oh, yeah, but all within my time. Okay. Don't worry.
Nice one.
Yeah. But the pain beyond Sadina, a confi. Nananom oye odona ebusua oba hima odi hwanyima okese o manpain na wakwaren wode asambi tunayim de aman opaina na odi hanu oda hanu ohwe oman do bayemfi Mecha baya said Beni ana 2012.
11 years.
In the Dubi Akuni. Ote Guado. Ameche Omana Guacase, Otsada. Ordinary Washabang. I know friend Tomatin team.
The first time in our history.
Nana. Ayara who Casino Bashaw Mando. Runkum. By her tall mind, then you'll see a man paying a man soon and hang na yes soon. Oh no, Shenmu. Another the embodiment and the soul. No man paying on na atoyankyam kasa ɔtɔ man na ayeye kran sɛ ɔman no nyinaa na sɛ biribi mpo nkyɛ ɛkwan nam do ma owu no ba yɛntim pa wasi yimpa biara bɔ ebusua yimpa biara yɛ ebusuafo wɔde na mfidu bi ako n'akyi na ebusua ɔman panyin ofim bapem ndɛ ndu bi ako n'akyi wɔnyim ada ɔnye wɔn nua na ɛdɛ wɔn ba na wɔn busuanyin ɔnye no kɔ ne nsamanchi na ɔma amuni nyinaa so yɛnyim bapem ndɛ koto ɔman panyin n'enyim dɛ idɔn nsɛm fata yɛ kyekyere ɔman a ɔnyɛ dɛ bi a yɛ dza agoro wɔ ekurase bi ana yɛ dza agoro wɔ yi park do yɛ kyekyere ɔman a ɔyɛ ada a no hia enti mo besi biara ɔdɔ ɔman yɛtum yɛhu na sɛndaama bi yɛnka nda bi mbra na bi ba ne ehu anu a ɛbotu ɔman panyin so ogya hu anu yɛ kyerɛ dɛ no kwan da ɔyɛ dza ɔsafata dɛ ɔdɛ bibi dam ɔman tu hɔ anamɔ na ɔno mpo de menka ho pii ma mpanyinfo a wɔka ɔba ahema ho ma wɔkɛhyɛ ɔman ɔpanyin koraa ne kasa ɔde tu gua ɔsɛ ɔman panyin dɛ abra wɔn de hyɛ ne bɔ fan ɔman panyin a ɔbɔ fan ne bezekyi anapɔ so de bezekyi ade san ne wabɛyɛ ɔman panyin ɔnye ebusuafo no tena hɔ hyɛ wɔn bɔ pii alote da ɔman panyin ne bezekyi enyim dɛ upanyin ɔwɔ ebusua enyiwa kɔ akɛtena hɔ na enyiwa di misese na hyɛ wɔn bɔ dɛ ɔpanyin na di a wabe eyi nkyɔre yɛ nyine bra mo mangasa mo pɛ no krabo wɔ mo ha nanso wakayɛ ɔman ne di ayɛ ne samete enuanom bia ayɛ wɔta wɔkasa wɔsɛ oyi ɔyɛ hwan kasa hia nua na sɛ wa nua na nkyɛ gyene fifo kɔ backyard ne kasien the my brain abɛn wɔ hɔ party wɔ hɔ a emodan wa wɔjoin ni wɔkɛdɛ ɔyɛ ɔman nimpa nti yɛ ma ebusuafo mo hwehwɛ ne ɔbɛyɛ ama ɔyɛ ɔman nti wɔpɛ ɔman no krabe na wɔyɛ ne wɔyɛ dɛ wɔyɛ ne to hɔ nti the argument that he's our brother we are the people then you should have on the same strength you should have claimed the body nti yɛma yɛtaase dɛ ampa na mo wesin na nanai men kana tintin wɔ de masɛm ho mo man pain a ɔban ebedekyi ɔba bɛyɛ ɔman pain ebusuan so ɔyene ɔtena hɔ hyɛ bɔ pii dɛ mo mpedo na yɛnsia mo de hyɛ no wɔn kan na yɛbɛyɛ demi amam apart from that one thing ada honwan hon de hyɛ ɔnam do ma ɔde kɔ ne nsamankyiri dɛm bɔ a ɔhyɛ hɔ no nyinaa papa na nanum nana papa na nanum ɔna mpanyinfo da yɛ asɛm dɛ sɛ enyim owu a hwɛnda mpanyinfo so wɔsa so da yɛ asɛm dɛ wɔnyɛ nkwa a na wɔkyɛ owi papa na ɔka ɔba ahema ho ma wɔkɔ ɔman panyin hɔ ɔsɛ bɔ ɔhyɛ hɔ nyinaa ne mo kumpo nyi hɔ a odido but can you even imagine that the man who selected you to become his running mate and you decided to put him at where you refer to as Asomdwe Park. Nana, in the 4-year period that you were the president, that place became desecrated. Nti aya Ghana fo sa oman payin dada Muhammad ba masol kasa na sa Ghana fo so wolte na me say hey what is the issue? Yimpa watu abaman wa NDC mo bakita ho franka emma tumni woni sema ohwehwem oye CCC emma oyu ma ba ya na bedechi emma obofa emma pe baby yin kura kwotwe baby yin kura kwotwe 4 years you were the president. You refer to that place as Asomdwe Park. 4 years Dr. Kobina Bonfe, he left the place to the vagaries of Mpanchi and Koko. In fact, there were people who were going there to do lovey.
Dama.
No, we knew. If you say me that Dama.
No, okay, lovey.
My patch there.
You are the food order on Nuswabia, Warian, Nuzian, lovey. Love you.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
I have some casso. I have some cassipade. 4 years when you were the president, the man on whose benevolence you may say so, you became the vice president and subsequently the president. It can baby say in a twin, baby my twin. Alote, you left the place to anybody and everybody. Just that small place you could not even manage to the glory of this man. And then Ghanaians, this man mounts the rooftop. And then he tells you there, hey, remember my bed. The promises he made to the Busia. If you have not heard of this tape, I am telling you, go to social media, it is making the rounds. Busia say, all the promises he made to them, not even one. So beware. Beware when former President Mama comes to tell you that, oh, give your vote to me. Madam. We know him too well. Nana, market them Narian. Remember call in Simiwe. Oh, yeah.
I got 3 minutes.
Elections on the radar.
I got 3 minutes.
Yeah. I'm. You see, chairperson, you mentioned once December 7 election, they change. Oh, yeah, Asam Papa. At least last week. Yenya, oh, yeah, Kabila. Mama here. Background kakra ejuma owura Afrijan oye commissioner ebro ho anamo a otui party funi na MPP NDC CPP enhu ahun na no why park na waje tum ama wo paw mpemfo a hun na waje tum da yimu ya de here Russia mumu munkwanka yaduma ma wokwanka yaduma no so fe ah tade da muka sa wa bande oyada onya kasa fofor oyada da na ekowie de anamo na wotin enwie keye ankowie ankone wieyi na bandanda oya afia yewomi aba yerekwa akoto o si memenda pepepepepepepe sa 17 ya ze kwa na oman ya constitution ya ja tum de ya makwa de obiara no sumbiara ojitum na onye de oba he a oman na somdwe na oman na nyimnyam oman no constitution na de nim de queen makwa de won kwado na woye hosom da mensa sunti yewo ibu di ma obiara na no som na America ma bo chief imam. I heard the spokesman speak for the chief imam, I think a week or so ago. Check yes. I was with him, and you know why he speaks quite well, because he was in Commonwealth War. Nana
I see.
Nana mitse na or chief imam ne kasa wo kase ho. O si chief imam jitum kon then one came out some for what you want some tum the mensa sunti wo bu wo de ma asoma hudro wo nyina na ankran hosum wo jitum pa de anamo biara all the electoral commission otu madam bi sedi onye da odi oman botwa kwachi de mum oman bokwanyim sheik arem yaw na wupayin sheik charabutu ebo ma ba do mumbo yami chada endo seneda electoral commission oba payin mehu de we tu the man mon or the mususin ni da ba mihim da man na o chada oba da odi insusin zi bako parliament de enwo na mbrakui ni mo kwan da man susin na hyehyɛ wode ba na mom onam da wode dan mbrakuyi na nwa nti obehia oye mrahegwan mrahebegwan hotum ne wetum odadan ya besa de anamo yin kwantam na mmom ne kasara oye mrahebegwan munyina pampam som munyina ide oye da obada ho mpa oyin odi ba da kumpo ho ntantama munyina munsom na dodoara wo da musumemu. And that it would have meant that we would have extended respect to all faith. We would have respected the Saturday based faith people. We would have respected the Islam people. We would have respected all and sundry and their various religions. We would have respected them.
Thank you.
We can cry or yana mopa. Na mama saying that. Yamba Shabagum, Monkaya and Papim, on Kaya, in here, Mom Bandam cry, Nina, Yaffa Hamilton, Infantachi, Macandam.
Oh, okay.
Jay, or that is your
Dr. Kabila.
Manyaba.
Minya Carlos von Brazil, Matisse Waba, and Mawakwaba. You've been my man, and you were my guy in 2023. Continue to be my guy. Cardinal, nano me call IPAC meeting ni bi. Na me tofa bomu no. Electoral commissioner asema ode ba no. Wamfa nyina esomo nsam no so. Wokofa anamo a wo mu atupen. Any constitutional arrangements. Said the minister di wie no. Say it will also invariably no cater for calls are yenuanom ebinom arezi ewo eye the obo ensemu efa esum eda no ho no say yes our constitutional arrangement na ebesi ye na electoral commission nyina so eye ebre awo mu hia e de aye abato hyehyeye no mpo se ba ne se de edi kan ye to ye no anwie anase NCP na ye be koro anofa wo mu hia bre na afenso so nhwehwemu ampani aye from 2011 2015 and 2016 HSA share every and I say bra ye de dane ayi
to me no more to me
any executive no ehia bre kakra de beye sade no
okay
particularly ya na ehwe executive nko a we o man kan wo committee no meeting na se de me na me ehwe mu na mu ye wo hwe the AC parliament
8th parliament
yes 2021 that be anyway and the woman says parliament here
and on 8th parliament
8th parliament they see on the eve and as was it on the 7th of January
the 7th
yes the 7th they see of Parliament House Edman you know say senior executive nkwana ohia bre for the transition arrangement but Parliament also requires some adequate preparation and I say period that or de beye ensachaye any ade enti ni na nkamfu ano eye eniama be se miensa na komisa no abon po e de ka se yenyim free eye date 7th December no ne mfamra nanim kakra se be ya ebekoyi adwentoato anu mu no utimu se obia adwene ekom na mom o mo ekasa ye no eche se yenhwe se bre na ye de be ye sa na muntoi no ye be hwe ni ye se enkosi kwan enti de me kanfo ne se ye ni a ye wo nsem kan wo hu bia no ye be bombode se ye nsem kan no ye be bono na poso bra no se be ya ntempe ya komisa no so esen ehia mu eye dwoda e bai e nyame pa na im se wakani nyina afua ama wode enwana muntu no ayeden akọ ba bia se ekobia na mesre said the minister kan no we no for it to go through no you require 2/3 of Parliament.
Impose on your 2/3 or the entire Parliament must support.
At least
it must not be 2/3.
You better build the protocol some we kind of consensus. It may come from ma emrashe bedwafie mpanimfo no say moi we mo amoba ade amoye pen e na mo san akoso biom.
Exactly.
And so de bri wom e chen e na no de no ana bri eni yo sa no na ye ne sa ye nyina na ye be den ye be di yie me de me ka de atwato kra ene say cardinal ɔman kyekyere akɔyɛ sɛ yɛkɔkyere damfoɔ ɔbaako kyi na ɛnyɛ yi na yɛnsom yɛsɛ ɛne nipa no tie me na me so me ntie o ɛtɔ da yɛ kasa yɛntie yɛ ho anaasɛ yɛni abotre a yɛde bɛtie deɛ obi so ka me gyidi yɛ pa sɛ yɛnya abotre na yɛtietie yɛ ho a ɔman Ghana yɛnhyɛ da ɛnyɛ soronko saa yɛso so yɛbɛtumi ayɛ ama ɔman yi atumi afa ne ntoma pa ɛdi afra mede ɛnu bɛsi hɔ na mada wase ɛberɛ a wode maa me sɛ yɛmfa nyɛ saa deɛ ne tia wɔatwa mu no
dɔk ansa na wobɛtwa ne tia no sɛsia na me nua pɛ ne young joe so atwem adwene si biribi so sɛ December 7th na yɛbɛto young Joe.
No, very young.
DJ Young Joe. Say December 7th, na Saturday.
Yeah.
6th, no. Incidentally, and on the Bay Farmers Day, so.
Yeah. Right.
That is the Friday. The first Friday.
Yeah. It is backing the call. It is the necessity to get December 7 change. Me that's the party text or the buy.
Young Joe.
Young Joe, yeah.
Nana.
Yes, sir.
Asemwa ye kotwa ba a wo beka na ye to ba wi untimi nsi so no.
Me da say. Prof Sabon.
Yes. Good. The cardinal. Say make one of the propounders of this move make I say me hwehwemobia na over 70% of those of the Adventist faith now they were simply not thinking about coming to vote on December 7th. Make I pa wafidi so ya Ghana web for any other online portals for PK evidence no because I was worried. Say ABI Kotuaba now a population like that 400,000 and over. Now only 30% were 50-50 about the whole thing. And
there are other Sabbath keepers apart from the Adventists.
Oh yes.
Like
okay. Yeah.
Church.
So put together no. That they are reported.
Some of them even have connection with Polka Party.
Yes.
Yeah.
I reported 700,000 because now obia or yes some faith when in but the Adventists, the main Seventh-day Adventist church, no one can say about 400,000.
Prof, no non-baptized Adventists account. The number is getting to about 800,000.
Oh, I see. So only baptized are recorded.
Baptized, no, and excess of 400,000.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Why don't you add the non-baptized?
The figures that you gave, no, you were right.
Right. And the na pass here Kotuaba. Now a huge number like that, 700,000. The Tap Water region, about who na parties now put together was 800,000. A whole region, so it's like a whole region cut off by virtue of not the constitution. Now, as a electoral commission, they know. They say mention ni paso. Ni pentin ye mra na say emrenti ni ye nipa. Let's try and be flexible kakra. And there is a very good reason why say nyina ye hwe na ye bibi fa date no ho. Didi mua ba my ne. I'm saying the next IPAC, this conversation is going to be strongly discussed there. Parliament for more huna omunye the needful.
Fast track, yes.
Omunye the needful we die ehun hia pa. Na we should be on the same page as a country. The democracy na there said domino enya akonya kire o madwene. Irrespective of baby adwene chemba akosi no, we should be happy. What makes democracy a very good one? Yenye beka say we mo ya ade say ye ma do na kwan. Na nye ye mra na ye 500 dey binti see enkrofo bi no mu kwan. Em say be share na parliament we trust that you will do the needful. May we share all aspirants omoko January 27th next week Saturday this week Saturday. May we share omunyina very well. Me sure say obi atimi aton ne nsem. Unfortunately per my studies kakra my for the numbers that are more than 2 maybe 3, 4, 5 the largest number I think about 5 or 6 for a constituency only active 3 numbers nebro 3 per 2 of them becomes inactive. In fact there are places at 28 electoral areas the 2 that are inactive could not even visit the electoral areas that they said near main one nipa 10. Not only about 3 or 4 people and are actively working. No.
Okay.
And the lesson is that next time you don't even need those large numbers. So do the ballot paper no so
the numbers.
No, make a contestants.
Good for the same thing. So why is 7 8 gram one call? Let the people decide.
Yeah. We should now.
That's always been my attitude.
I see. What you 10 crowd one bra.
So yeah, inform Kasibi
woman and call.
Yes, now let the people themselves.
But Obeko now go participate now.
It doesn't matter because in Pakone be quite you support.
Maybe
You support. And so I'm man. Distractions are the consistency.
Okay.
So we wish all of you well. In fact, may we special spot for some experience.
Which one you are well? Don't.
Okay, in 10 years.
I wish you well. MSN. I'm not. They're not making. Last week, you didn't come here na Dr. Frankie Asardonko. Everybody could be by. Then they particularly about you. You know, some head and boss. Not you say Cardinal. I applaud my brother Kwame Duncan for having reflected on what he, as Central Regional Secretary of the MPP, and his executives and the vetting committee did in 2008, and now admitting that some parliamentary candidates they disqualified were not based on sound judgment. I was a candidate for Sikumo.
Have I said this yet?
No, I mean last week. I'm talking about last week.
Last week,
you didn't even say. I was a candidate for Sikumo Robin Brakwa in 2008.
He was not a candidate.
He was an aspirant.
He was not a candidate.
After my vetting and that of the 2 other candidates, including the cabinet,
they were not candidates.
Mr. Apia Ofori, Kwame Duncan, and his regional executives nicodemously went to Bremai Sikuma in the night and declared Apia Ofori as the unopposed candidate when the executives had not informed myself and other candidates about the result.
He knows this is a blatant lie.
Dr. Frankie Asare
Donko knows that this is a blatant lie.
Cardinal, I am sending you this reluctantly. It's sad that sometimes you and Kwame Sefakai overly protect your panelists and thus shed them from answering questions passed to them based on their statement on the program. It's very sad.
But he hasn't said anything. Who did he send a question to and was protected from answering?
He sent to me and I didn't read.
He doesn't protect
and protect him. As I don't come in. You move on.
Uncle, the best summarizer in this.
Well, this text message thing, he does it cyclically. Okay. Anytime that the party is going for elections and these matters come up for discussion, then he will send this message. You should tell him that he should move on.
Remember
he knows too well there were matters where he was placed side by side and he did not on the face of those matters. He did not qualify. And again, it was not the party. It was Appeal for who took the matter to court. And the court gave judgment on that, the basis upon which he could not be part of the contest. Every 4 years, he brings it.
Remembrance Day.
Everybody knows that me as secretary, my position all the time was that, Massa. So yet, run on your Manukwamon contest. I have heard this position all the time.
Angla Lote, Pomena Menko.
Nana Yagasi.
Angla Lote.
I mean, Azembia wa can be a Majidom. Kwamna raise some sensational issue here. I mean, I will not do any comment on it. Nemo Mother Central Region House of Chiefs. The whole Central Region from Denchra, the Bodie Sukuma, the Kwagona, the Futu Senya, the Ba Gumwa, the Ba Anumabo, the Ba Iguay, Hemai, Chufo. You made the Hunina in Funinaze. I send a Futu Aqua, Manson, and a Gunzu of Enembo. Rampim.
Orange
na adi tiboda gunso no wan atananso abra mede wo nyina ase the minister for lands, deputy minister for lands and forests Robert one na waji them lithium agreement in wajatum in here no de yejitum wache wodo that you love central region because they can central region in spite of all the best educational institutions they of all the best learned people are here. We are one of the poorest region. Here region is one of the poorest region. Nenya Minchaza under Nana Akufo-Addo yebenya lithium. Obi ansu da busuma nala oshefoma ye huniti ne nenwa nenya me ayadum ne yenya na ibinum work kakam no wonsam na agreement in them na contractual agreement in them aya contractual agreement na po yenkro no hu school aza ye Ghana me anyi kapemende na nanu muda wonase say one if you central region no lithium agreement against yesu you bow against because lithium in the be fanti confederacy. There's a better fancy confederacy need they improve here region or can western region or can other regions so. Na you don't want to see Mr. Mutumicha Mon Madasi.
Menso Medase, Uncle Alote, Professor Smart Sapon, Dr. James Kwabra Bonfe Jr. The People's Servant, Donabo Kwamina Duncan, with the Munina say Anope, Ebusia, ha, and then so, a brema, a quine, Emma, Yedemo, SC. Now, this is to wish you Helena Nana Ama Akonobi, a social worker and mental health advocate in the United States, a glorious birthday. And Helena Nana Ama Akonobi, a social worker and mental health advocate in the USA, happy birthday. Advance one to you, Reverend Brother Stephen Domelevo, SVD. Reverend Brother Stephen Domelevo, SVD. Nyame adma ifiada eye wawoda. Enti so happy birthday. Sadem di kan ekan no. Me papa. Bishop Matthew Adai Mensah of the Gospel Light International Church. He is the special guest on Kofi Converson's show this morning. Your friend Nana Kesse, ubetimi afreme the Cardinal, with the Radio Sumgwe Ejam, Akramunina.
Peace FM. Higher AFCON goals promo. Games no better top. Higher team no abechilum. Higher freezer. We freeze ball no one kukuso. A drop pass. I'm a higher washing machine. We wash it and try defenders now clean. We pass the ball about midfield on. I'm a higher AC. We tear ball so. We man Sulia. We pass the ball. I'm a higher cooker. Higher team no pass the ball at all. When they pass at all. Ball no go the higher TV ho. I brought you home fair. The best edge and in the AI plus technology. TV a guy. Or the alpha ball as a ball. Picture is so clear. Higher TV in the picture. Ultra high definition. Well, hijack board. Give them away. A shitty brutal.